Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Grand Arena Championships. We are in week 1, round 1 of season 1. Today, this is my first Grand Arena in Division 1. Last time I was at the very top of Division 1. I hit the 4.5 million GP just after the lock, so it had me stuck in Division 2. But I was able to make Kyber last round, and today I'm hoping to start my run into Kyber for Division 1. Don't know how well that's going to go. I don't know how the matchmaking is going to be now, as we have the relics are like running rampant now. I already know that some of the opponents that are in my my current bracket are pretty good and have a bunch of relics, and I have been kind of holding off on a lot of them because I don't know what's going to be required for the next meta, and I'm just trying to hold off until I know what that next meta is and I can splurge on it, and then after that, then I can start doing my relics. But you can see there's a couple of people that have relic 7s in their arena team. There's a lot of people that have a lot more relics than me in this bracket, so I've got like a couple relic 3s, so you'll see as I go over my comparison here with Qira. That's my current opponent. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and pull that up here, and we're gonna get into that comparison. So here we go. This is our comparison. Me versus Qira. So he is 300k GP ahead of me, but of course the top 80, which is mainly what's going to be considered with the matchmaking, we are pretty even. Relics, you can see I've got more tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s are even, and I've got one tier 4 versus him. And my son is showing you he did a puzzle of flowers. Very good, Gabriel, they can all see it. Very good. Okay, so let's see here. We have GA stats. So had 18,000 points this for me versus 5,200 for him, so he did not do very well at all in his last Grand Arena. We are both in Carbonite now, which is like, you know, pretty normal. I did another comparison. This was as soon as the lock hit, and it showed me as still in Kyber and him in Carbonite, but I think that was like skewed. I think he was definitely higher than Carbonite based on like the data that it was able to pull from SWGOH.gg. Looking at our rosters, he has 5 more Zetas than I have. I've got a lot of Zetas that I have available that I haven't spent, and that's because of course I'm saving for that next meta. I think I have like 7 Zetas, maybe even 8 that I'm holding off on. Gear 11s I've got a lot more. Gear 12s he has a lot more, and that's pretty normal because a lot of times I would take my characters to Gear 11 and leave them there. Lately I've been trying to take them all the way up to Gear 12 now that Gear 13 is a thing. But that's difficult because of course all of my saving that's going on. So the Gear 12 pieces, he's got more Gear 12 pieces than I do. I have more Gear 12 plus pieces than he does. And then Gear 13, I've got 3 Gear 13 more than he does. When we look at the additional GA stats, I have a lot more offensive wins than he does. I have a lot more underdog wins. I've got a lot more defensive wins. And I've got a lot more banners won. So The GA stats are kind of showing that I'm probably going to be wiping the floor with him. He doesn't set very great defense. He doesn't do very well on offense. That's what I'm gathering from the GA stats. So I'm anticipating a win, but we're not gonna count our chickens. 6-dot mods. I've got almost double the 6-dot mods that he does, so I have a huge mod advantage this time. This is very rare. Almost never do I actually have a mod advantage. And you can see that in the plus speed categories, I'm just like all over them. And then the offense 100, of course, I also have more. So yeah, the comparison is showing that it is a very one-sided match against Daycare here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this, and hopefully I'm not gonna screw this up, because this looks like it will be a slaughter fest. So he has gone in and he took out my bounty hunter team in one shot. 56 banners against it. I was very surprised because I hadn't looked at the comparison before. But 56 banners against my bounty hunter squad's not a great result. And he hasn't attempted any other team yet. So that's something that a lot of people that I've heard in Division 1 will do. They'll attack one time just to kind of set the bar. And he set the bar pretty low for the 56 banner win. And then of course you can see here I've got my Darth Revan, my Darth Grievous. These are kind of my standard defenses unless something strange happens or something crazy in the matchmaking. I set kind of weak back walls, with the weakest being behind my Darth Revan and my Grievous. And so we can see here he's got a Carth team down south with Wampa, and he's got a Geonosian team. Then up top he has Night Sisters with Talzin lead, and he has bounty hunters. So I've looked at his speed on his bounty hunters. They're not super fast. My Imperial troopers should be able to take it out. My Stark is faster than all of his bounty hunters, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this. And we'll focus down Jango first, because Jango's the softest character that he has. And we'll take these guys out. We're going to clear this top zone, see what's in the back, and then we'll work on the bottom after that. So here we're going to go ahead and start. Let's increase some cooldowns. And we will go ahead and take out Jango. There we go. First kill. Go ahead and take him out again. Let's go after Cad Bane. I think I'm going to save the death mark for boss. That might have been a mistake, as I'm seeing right now. I'm not getting as many attacks as I was hoping to get. Alright, but luckily those counters really screwed up him. Alright, so now we'll death mark on Bosk, make sure we can get that kill. Go ahead and take out Boba Fett, and now it's just Dengar. And there we go. Alright, piece of cake, 60 banners. Okay. So now if I wanted to be really mean, I could just kind of sit here and say, okay, you took out my bounty hunters and I took out your bounty hunters, but I did mine a lot more efficiently than you did. So, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue clearing. We're going to go after this Night Sister team next. And we're going to use my favorite counter against the Night Sisters, which is the Geonosian team. We've all seen me use this before. If you've tuned in my YouTube channel, you've seen me use this. It is very, very consistent. If it's a Asajj lead, it's 60 banners pretty much guaranteed. If it is a Talzin lead like this one is right now, then it may not be 60 banners. It could be 55. It could be even 50, depending on how badly it goes. But that's a little bit of RNG, and there are things that I can try to do that's going to hopefully let's see here. Hopefully minimize that RNG. Yeah, it is. So again, my son's trying to show you a picture of his. Oh, thank you, Fairy Lick, for that sub, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Look at my middle.
There you go. So he's trying to show this this nice little picture here that he's got his puzzle. Where he's got the one middle piece that wasn't put on, so good job, buddy. There you go. So there you go. He put the last piece in. That's a nice puzzle, buddy. There you go. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, man. That's awesome. All right. So we have. Night Sisters under a Talzin lead. This is much less guaranteed to get 60 banners because of all of the Rise from the Dead stuff. But I'm going to try to get a 60 banner against this. But if I don't, I'll live. Okay. So we're gonna start this. We have to save our heal because we need the heal for after the plague. We're gonna go after. Let's see here. I'm gonna hit Daka first. I'm just gonna go after her and try to get those kills in. So the revives are gone. And let's try to ability block on Talzin. That's awesome because that ability block is going to prevent that plague from going crazy.
Go edge pieces.
And at this point, we can reduce the cooldown here.
Hey, Dad.
Thank you so much, buddy. That's very nice, Gabriel. Did you make a little square with the pieces?
Yes.
Very good.
4 edges.
Yes, 4 edges. Awesome. Alright, so Doc is down for the first time. Let's take you out. I should actually probably take Talzin out. Alright, so there, I only have 1 plague to deal with right now. So we're just gonna get this, get as many kills as we can in here. And we're going to try to get that protection regen going. All right, buddy, that's enough for now. Oh, I should have done the heal right there. Okay. Once I get back around to the Brood Alpha, I'll be able to do another heal. And once I do that heal, then I'll be able to kill that spirit. And we'll be pretty good.
We got distracted.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the heal now. This should also kill the spirit. And there we go. Now I'm at 60 banners. Perfect. So 60 banners against the against the Night Sisters with Geonosians. It is a very, very consistent counter. The only thing is that you have to be a little bit careful about that plague, because that plague really, really can screw you. So you definitely want to save the spirit for last. You never want to taunt on Sun Fac. You want them to keep hitting the brute, because the brute's protection doesn't matter. And you want to save that heal from the Brood Alpha until after Talzin does her plague, so that you can regen back the full hit points. Okay, so we are now able to see the back wall where we have a Pheonix team and a Jinn team. Neither one of those is threatening. I can use Wampa against one of them, and I can use Nest against another. Piece of cake there. And now we can go ahead and we can use our counters against these two teams here. So of course, the Geonosian team, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our Traya counter. We're going to save Nihilus. There's no reason to use Nihilus in this squad, but I do like to use I do like to use a couple of additional members because like there is the chance that Traya or Scion gets one shot, and having those two additional members, they're likely gonna die. Sidious and Maul are almost certainly going to die here, which will reduce banners, but it makes for a more consistent first win. The 5th slot I can leave open, and that'll go towards my my underdog battles. And it all depends on how soon I can get the pain out. So as we can see, I've already lost Maul, but if I can get this pain out from Scion, which it's now going out there, it was going out there. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Come on. Oh, there goes Scion. That's why I try to save my other characters. So this is not good at all. Here, luckily, I can get rid of the Brood Alpha, which is going to be very helpful. If I can get rid of the Spy, it'd be great, but I don't think that I'm going to actually win this at this point in time. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure that I am going to be screwed. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have to take 2 battles against the Geonosians, and that is very unfortunate. So we'll come back to that in a minute. I've only got 3 characters left. They're all low health, so I can probably go in with like 1 character and finish them off. But we'll come back to that in just a minute. So here we'll go ahead and we'll take my my Empire squad against these guys. I'm trying to think though, do I want to use my Empire here or do I want to use Jedi Ray? Jedi Ray is less consistent for banners, and I'm going to kind of need those banners now, so I think that this is the better idea. Let's see here, we've got these 4. I'm trying to think if I need a 5th. I should take a 5th, I think. Yeah, we'll be safe, and we'll take TIE Fighters 5th. We'll save our probe droid, just in case I have to blow someone up in the back. Probably not going to be necessary to save him, but better safe than sorry. And I really would have preferred to save my my Thrawn, honestly. Okay, let's try ability block. Good. Okay, offense down. I don't really want to get countered. That's the one downside of using this AoE here, or using any kind of AoE against Wampa here. Downside is the taunt, or the counterattack rather. But here we'll focus on her since she wasn't stunned. She'll now die from dots. So we'll focus on someone else. There's, now she's down. We'll go ahead and try to land a shock over on Zalbar. So he doesn't have a buff immunity on. I'll try to ability block you. Good. Alright, so I'm down a little bit of protection on Thrawn and on TIE Fighter Pilot, but here's that protection regen to back up. Stun over there. I'm avoiding attacking Wampa right now, trying to get a stun onto him. Now I can attack him. I'll get him down as quickly as I can. There we go. Take out Canderous, and so now I'm full health, full protection on everyone. I'm just gonna save my saber throw because I don't want to get rid of the stun at the moment. And now that he's fractured, I can do it. And I can just go ahead and throw this on auto for the rest. There we go. Okay. So 60 banners there is nice. The only downside is that I had to use Thrawn. And if I had to use Thrawn in the back somewhere, then that could be a small problem. Alright, so let's clean this guy up. I prefer to have someone that can finish full health, full protection, and as well as underdog this. I was able to take out... I was not able to take out the spy. Let's see here. I could use Nihilus here. I really don't want to do that. I don't think I'm going to use someone that can regen health and protection, honestly. Let's see what feats there are. That's something that I did not look at yet, was how many feats and what type of feats there are. So let's look at these guys. Promote to Bronzium, win a Grand Arena battle with an undersized squad. Didn't I do that already? Yeah, pretty sure I did that. Win 6 on your first attempt. Hey Andy, thanks for the host, buddy. Okay, win fleet battles, and hey, welcome everyone coming in from Andy's channel as well. Let's see here, completely clear, win with undersize. Why did I not get an undersize? I know I did an undersize earlier. Oh, I didn't win with it, that's why. I'm stupid. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll do, let's say Pheonix. We'll do these guys, we'll save Ezra, and let's see here. I don't think I can actually take anyone out here. Chopper regens protection for everyone, I think. No, he recovers health. So it's Zeb that recovers protection. Yeah. So Zeb recovers protection. Kanan recovers health on debuff. Chopper has the protection up, and Sabine would be my damage output. I think I can do it without Chopper. We're gonna try to do this and see if I can't get that undersized. Oof. That hurts. Alright, so, well, unfortunately, I did lose Zeb, but I get the undersized victory at the very least. So, let's go ahead and claim that undersized victory. And there's Palpatine in the back along with a Qira team of some sort. Alright, so I know I can get more undersized, and that's going to help me to recover those banners from that 37 that I just got. But let's see here. Alright, so Palpatine, that's a really crappy scoundrel team. The only threat is the Zeta Juhani in there with her stun. The Palpatine team can be easily beaten by a Jedi Revan squad. I can do that underman. I've got CLS that I can underman. I've got Wampa that I can underman against one of these guys. And I've got... Actually, I've got Jedi Revan and I've got Bastila. I can split those off. Let's see here. So, I can do... And I've got Padme. I've got so much left on this. It is insane. Alright, so I could do Bastila lead with Grandmaster Yoda. I mean, I might not even need all four of these. And then I can use Jedi Revan. Actually, I'd rather have Ezra with Jedi Revan because of the attacking out of turn. That's good for attacking out of turn. Lee's... We'll use Jedi Knight Anakin here, maybe. I have my Padme, and I could use my Padme against one of these teams, but Padme's squad can't regen protection, and that can be a hindrance in Grand Arena. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these four undersize against this Palpatine team. We've got a lot of damage output. We have that bonus protection at the start. And we'll focus on Palpatine first. We got to get rid of his passive ability. So there we go. Now I'm going to stop taking the damage every turn. We'll go ahead and do that. We got to take out Probe Droid before he blows someone up. And piece of cake. Try to put buff immunity on the Royal Guard. There we go. Palp's down, or Vader's down rather. I should have done that over here. That's all right. There we go. And done. So 61 banners there. That's going to help to get back a couple of the banners from that loss against the Geos. Now we've got CLS, we have Jedi Revan, and we have a Wampa. Okay, so try to figure out where I want to use the Wampa, or sorry, not Wampa, I meant Nest. Probably use the Nest over here.
I want to make a puzzle like that.
Okay, go ahead. I think Nest I'll probably use here. As long as the potency is not very good on this guy.
That is coffee because it goes right here and here. The coffee goes right here.
Okay, so just trying to figure out how to maximize banners. Because he has Ezra and Sabine in there, they're both pretty heavy hitters. I do want to take Qira for the Nest. Or Qira with the Nest. So we'll go ahead and do that. Qira and Nest. They should be good to handle this alone. My nest does have enough tenacity that I should be able to resist all of the dazes. So we'll go ahead and do that. Qira's gonna die, but I should still get like 61 banners, 63 banners maybe, I don't know. We're gonna focus on probably Ezra first. Oh, there's no Kanan, so there's no counterattacks from them. That is awesome for me. All those dazes out there. We're gonna focus on Ezra first because of his high damage. Big hit there. And I'm gonna just throw it on auto. Alright. Couple of counters in on that one. There goes Ezra. The next major target is gonna be Sabine. We're gonna try to take Sabine out next. She's got that huge hit with her armor shred ability. Wow, okay, that works. Okay, so 60 banners. Not as much as I would have hoped for, but I mean, that's what happens when you take Qira in. If I could have gotten away with not taking Qira in, would have been a lot better, but I wouldn't have trusted that as much. Alright, so we have now pretty bad scoundrels, and we have Jin Rogue One team, which is not that great as well. So we have CLS, Han and Chewie, and then we have Jedi Revan, Hoda, Ezra. So we can use these three. I should have plenty of damage output to take this out. Got plenty of protection recovery, plenty of healing. Alright. And we're gonna mark... I think I'm gonna want to go after... Oh, I have to toss this over here. I think what I want to do is go after Juhani first because of her unresistible stun. Go, she's down. I can avoid hitting Han, which is going to just give turn meter to everyone. Just avoid the AoE since he's taunting. Regen some of that protection. There we go. Now we can mark Qira. She's got a little bit of AoE damage output. Not much, but some. So there we go. That was a slight mistake. I didn't realize that I had given the buff already over to him, so that was a slight mistake on my part, but not that big a deal. Alright, so we'll take her out. Let's go ahead and swap protection or swap turn meter over there.
Here's your cake, Dad.
And let's go ahead and go after Vandor here.
Here's your cake.
Thank you, Gabriel. I like cake. Especially on my birthday. Alright. Keep Keep on going after Vandor, slowly but surely. Alright, now we can take out L3. There we go. Now we've got the buff on both of them. Go ahead and swap over here. And we'll finish off L3. Now it's just down to Stormtrooper Han. And everyone's going to be full health, full protection. Piece of cake. 62 banners, so that's going to help to get some of those banners back. But I still don't think I'm going to be above 1900. When you lose a battle, it's very difficult to get over that 1900 mark. Alright, and so now we have CLS, Han, and Chewie left. I probably don't need all three of them. I almost wonder if I could even just get away with only CLS, but I don't want to risk that. So we're gonna go with CLS, Han, and Chewie. We're gonna go with the Triumvirate, and we'll take out what's his face, Cassian first. Actually, we'll take out Jin first. Because Jin has the res. And then we'll take out Cassian, because Cassian has the healing immunity and stuff. No choice here. Unfortunately, I'm losing those banners. I didn't want to lose those, but nothing I can do about that now. Alright, so only 61 there. Very upsetting. And that's why I wanted to take out Cassian first. But I did make it over 1900 banners. So even with a mess up, I still broke the 1900 banner mark. Which is alright, I guess. And we'll just have to see what my opponent does. He does have a lot for offense. He still has pretty much every meta team. He doesn't have his Night Sisters, he doesn't have his Bounty Hunters, he doesn't have his Geos, and he doesn't have his Palpatine.
Your cake is ready.
Oh, thank you. Nom 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 nom.
Bye.
Okay, so
You did post me that cake.
yeah. Alright, so he does have a Darth Revan squad. His Revan is faster, but his Bastila is slower. That could cause issues for him trying to beat me with his Darth Revan squad, but it's still possible that he could do it in one shot. He has a Jedi Revan that could counter the Grievous. He has troopers that could maybe counter my Night Sisters. I haven't seen his troopers exactly. But his troopers could also be used elsewhere. So he does have teams that could take out my teams, and he could do it all in one shot pretty easily, with the exception of my Darth Revan and my Grievous. 232. Not even sure.
I have new puzzle pieces.
And my Asajj would go first.
New puzzles.
And my other Night Sisters are pretty close. My Daka is faster as well, so his troopers actually might fail against this if he tried to take his troopers. Even my zombie is faster. Or almost as fast. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. I don't anticipate him attacking anytime soon. He's probably gonna wait till the last like hour, maybe the last 2 hours before he attacks. That's what people seem to like to do. But pretty much if he fails once, he's gonna lose. I'm pretty certain. Because getting up to 1900 banners with a loss is pretty difficult. You can one-shot everything and not get 1900 banners. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and grab my my underdog feat and 6 battles on the first attempt feat. So we got those. We'll have this done later today, and it'll give us another 135 points. And the rest of these we should. I didn't even realize that we completed phase 1 of this. Hopefully I didn't waste an underdog battle, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I should be able to complete all of those by the end of the Grand Arena. So 1901 banners. How do you have 2,900 banners already? I don't understand how you can have 2,900 banners. How is that possible? How can you get an additional 700? There's 135. I don't see how it's even possible to get that many banners. Like, you'd have to get... I don't see how that's possible. Let's see. You can get 64 banners per win. Very unlikely. But you can get that 2, 4, 6, 8 times. Plus 720 and 720. You get 1952.
1952.
And he's got 1,000 more than that. And of course, I can't look at how many banners that you get for the feats that I've already completed.
Whoa, that is the biggest one in the world.
That's pretty cool, Gabriel. Yeah, I'm not sure how you can get that many banners. $720 for defense, $720 for clearing, $512 for clearing everything with 64 banners. I don't get it. Okay. I think this guy's cheating.
Who's cheating?
There's no way. No way whatsoever that he could get that. With his with his roster especially, like there's no way. Okay. But thank you everyone for tuning in. If you liked the Grand Arena video, please feel free to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you can see notifications when other videos go up. And we will see you in the next Grand Arena, where we will be able to see how my defense was able to hold up and whether or not I was able to win against my opponent, Qira. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.